Hey everyone, it's Michael, and today I'm going to talk to you about why we complain and why it's bad for you. Lately, I've just been talking about things that hopefully help you out, that I have been going through, and that I think are actionable. So in the upcoming videos, I think mostly it's going to be about that. So hopefully this helps, and hopefully it gives you something to think about. These are all things that I've had through experience. It's not just reading books, even though I probably had some information to come from that, but it's stuff that's actionable that will hopefully help you out. So today I want to talk to you about, why we complain, why it's bad for you, and I'm going to give you a couple of pointers. So point number one is, why do we complain? We want to feel understood. Second point, I'm going to rattle these off because they're all interconnected. Second point, we want our bad experience to feel validated. And three, we don't want to suffer in silence. So why do we want to feel understood? We want to feel understood because imagine you're having a bad day at work and you have this boss that is just horrible. If someone validates that experience for you, it's like, hey, I understand, and that really sucks. Think about how much that helps you out. It's like, okay, cool. Okay, so it's not just me. It's justified. My complaining is justified. Think about if you are complaining and someone doesn't validate it. You say, man, this sucks, and someone else says, man, I had it worse than you. You're fine. Like, think about how angry that makes you feel, because you're like, no, I'm truly having a bad time, and you're like, nah, could be worse. I don't think you're having that bad of a time. Now, you never know if this is true or not, right? Because sometimes we complain about little things that's like, hey man, like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, relax. And there's other ones that are like, actually, that is horrible. I'm sorry you're going through that. So it's important to know that when we complain, we're looking to be understood and to have validation and to not suffer in silence. So you might be thinking, okay, awesome, cool. I'm trying to make myself feel better. And that's great if you go like maybe every once in a while you complain to one of your friends or your parents or your family and you say, hey man, this sucks. And they're like, yeah, absolutely. But what happens when you do it very often? Instead of maybe once a week, you do it once every 5 days, once every 3 days, once every 2 days, once every day. And I found myself in that position because last year I've been at a job that is very, very stressful, very, very high paced, that about 100% of my coworkers, which is 100%, want to quit. They want to do something else. Like, it really sucks. It's very high volume with people, with metrics. It's just insane. And there's been times where I've tried not to complain, and then there's been times where I do complain, and it's never made me feel better when I complain all the time. To give you an example, I had a very good friend of mine that I worked with at work, and we used to complain to each other, right? You all probably have that one friend that you complain at work. And so on the bad days, it made you feel better. But on the days that were a little bit better, we almost like created that habit where we would complain to each other, and it'd be like, well, now we're almost like turning it into a bad day by complaining when it actually is better than the other days, and we could have just kept it to ourselves. So this constant complaining is just this negative reinforcement loop that stuff is bad, stuff is bad, stuff is bad, stuff is bad. And I truly believe in spirals, in positive spirals and negative spirals. What do I mean by that? You probably notice people in your life that are just, they're not lucky. They have bad luck. And there's other people that's just like, they have good luck. They just, anything they do, they touch, it's great. And so the people that do bad, usually it's like a downward spiral. It's like, oh my gosh, I failed here, job, marriage, drugs, and it just keeps going down. People are almost like hands off, like, man, this guy's going into a downward spiral. And the reason for that is because they're losing more than they win, right? Because it's the inverse for the people that are winning. It's like with that upward spiral, they're still failing at things, but it just so happens that they're winning more than they lose. And so by complaining, it's one of those energies, it's one of those habits that will help you go in a downward spiral. Because by complaining, you're not actually looking for solutions. You're just looking to vent and to feel understood. So this person that's constantly complaining that stuff is going, oh my gosh, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. Maybe you'll get like a little win here that could start to put you in a positive spiral. And then you like fail at something and you're like, oh my gosh, this sucks, and you just keep going down. Because a person that's going in an upward spiral that keeps succeeding, they're still failing. It's not a smooth upward spiral. It's more like, oh, succeeding, oh, a little bit of fail, oh, then succeed, fail, succeed, fail, succeed, fail, 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 succeed, succeed, fail, succeed. And it's like slowly going up. And the more opportunities you get, the bigger the opportunities will be. The more you fail, it'll be easier to fail at different things. So complaining is just one of those things that just puts you into this negative mindset. I know you want to feel understood. I know you want to feel validated for your experience. And at times that's okay. But doing it all the time, I promise you, coming from me, will not help. Now, I know there's a lot of books, and videos, and movies or whatever about complaining and how it can go into deep psychology. But, in this 5-minute video now, like if you needed to sign a quick little sign of, are you complaining too much? Try this. For 30 days, complain as much as you can every single day. And journal at the end of the day. It doesn't have to be a long one. Just be like, how did today go? And complain even more. And then complain even more. And see how you're doing. And in the journal, be like, how did today go? And you do that for 30 days. And at the end of the 30 days, you can look back at your journals and be like, how do you think this month went? Then for the month after that, you're not allowed to complain, not once. Don't complain at all. And journal how that feels. So every day, how did today go? You're not allowed to complain. You're only allowed to talk about neutral experiences. You can talk about something that went bad, but you're not allowed to complain about it. You can talk about good things, and then you say how your day went. And by the end of the 30 days, look back at your journals and see how you felt about this month. Try it out. I'm sure you'll see the results, and you'll see that during those negative 30 days, everything just seems bad. And you are probably taking more negative actions than positive actions, because what's the point? Because everything sucks and life sucks. That positive month, everything's great. It's not even that everything's great, but there's no complaining. There's no negative association with it, so that if you do see a positive experience, it's like, yeah, why not? Let's take it. Oh, there's just a little negative bump. Okay, well, who cares? Whatever. Keep going. Oh man, that one actually really sucked, but we just keep going. Okay? Hopefully this helped. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I read all of them. Subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.